throwing down lots of gateways and generally start upgrading your zealot legs.
Yeah, and this is yeah, it seems like he's going to do exactly that. And I was just going to say this is an advantage of having along with me one of the top players in the foreign scene here, as I do right now. I can definitely, and you guys are definitely enjoying the fact that we can hear exactly what a top gamer would do in these situations, and so that is really cool. But anyway, we're going to see the probably scanners go up there. Yeah, there's the ComSat station for Flash. Flash looks like he's content to sit back. Might be building up a couple of vultures though. Maybe we'll see a little bit of Nada-style vulture harass, or maybe he's just going to be content to sit and build up tanks. We'll have to see. Most likely he will.
We
go
did
for some
see
kind of
him
harass.
getting through. We did see him mining through that mineral block, possibly looking to quickly expand some more. I really think this looks like a very strong map for a Terran player to play a really greedy build and just make a ton of units. Because there's so many positions on the map that once Terran gets there, it's going to take some special magic to get them out. The ramps in the middle, the narrow chokes in the middle, rather, the little bridges, and then all the ramps going into the bases on the sides. All the chokes on the map are really narrow, and that just favors Terran in a really big way, especially once they start to build up that critical mass of tanks that we know Flash will get.
Yeah, it looks like Flash's attempt to do some harass with those vultures failed, although he did have some decent micro. He probably didn't even know there was 3 pylons there, so even if he killed off those goons, he wouldn't have gotten into the second base. But that didn't really cost Flash much. Flash now putting down a lot of factories. I think he's probably at 5 right now, and just continue to macro up inside his base. He's going to push out a little bit, maybe set up a little bit of a forward position so he can pick up the expansion on the right side, possibly, at the 3 o'clock location. Meanwhile, tons of gates going up. So we're probably going to see a switch to Templar pretty soon, and then if the game continues, maybe Arbiters. But it sounds like for me at least, it seems like it would be so difficult to deal with Flash at this point, though, because Flash does have what he wants. You really didn't manage to disrupt him at all, and he's now has map control in the center actually. So I don't know. It's going to be tough for Bolty to move on, I think, from this point.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a downhill slide for Bolty. I don't think that. I just don't think that he's going to be able to get any kind of position. A great thing about this map, though, is if Terran pushes up the middle, you've got several ways to just run around. And if it gets to the point where he has Arbiters, I could see this map being a really great map for recall. But I don't think Flash is going to let him do that. I think Flash is going to be aggressive with his push in the middle, and he's going to just send 5, 6, 7 factories worth of units steadily right up to the middle, and he is not going to give the green guy any room to breathe at all.
And the green guy, Bolty, one thing I did notice that Bolty had a relatively late assimilator, second assimilator actually. I think when you were just speaking now, he was just putting down his second gas. What would the reason be for that actually? Just curious.
Well, he's just been massing Dragoons and Zealots, so there's not really a big need for vast amounts of gas. I am surprised though. It doesn't make sense to me to build the Citadel, get legs, and not go ahead and continue up the tech tree. Start your Stargate, start your Templar Archives, and do something, because you can't just sit at tier 2 and fight a 2-base Terran that's pushing the map. It just doesn't work. And Flash is getting him backed up into a really nice position for Flash at this point. He's crowded up the middle nicely, and we have a nice attack coming in. Lots of Zealots.
Here comes the attack.
Oh, the mines.
What a deep defensive. Yeah, and I think Flash is going to hold so many tanks in the back there. I don't even think his opponent knew how many tanks there were, or even if he did, he had to make that move, and I think this is going to be a game soon. Flash with a slow push with supply depots along the way, putting down those turrets. Just, I love the slow push from Terran, actually. I love how the SCVs help on these attacks, and it's just so hard for the Protoss to do anything about it without either storms or some sort of drop tech. Those mines are actually going to hit. No. Looks like actually he might be able to break through. There's more tanks in the back.
There's no breaking through. He might delay it, but he's got to do something to Flash outside of attempting to slow this very strong push. Some harassment, some storm drop, Dark Templar drop, do something. But he's trying to fight Terran at his own game, and it's a bad thing to do versus someone like Flash, who, as we saw, has amazing mind placement and amazing unit control, and just doesn't really cut a player any slack at all. When he starts to push, you have to be serious about finding a way to stop it. And stopping it does not include just throwing units at the front of it over and
Right.
over until you're dead.
Right. And also, I think he retreated a little bit quicker than he needed to. He allowed Flash to move out, then he allowed Flash to get
Oh
to the
look,
middle.
two
and now he
vultures
allowed
in that
Flash.
left-hand base.
Yeah. There's nothing he can do because he's split in half now. The game is almost entirely over.
Yeah, this is. I think we'll see good game shortly. Those vultures would do it for me if I was Protoss. If I was in Bolt's position, I would just leave right now. I'd just save myself the embarrassment of waiting till he killed my entire base.
Right. And I think he should have gone for some kind of cheese. Absolutely. I think the proxy robotics facility or fast DT drop would have worked out for him better. GG coming from Bolt. Flash wins pretty predictably, and now he faces the final battle against Yellow Arnc. Yarnak beat him in the first game with a 9 pool, although next game I think Flash might be a little more careful, and Yarnak might not be so lucky on Athena, which is a very Terran biased map. But yeah, poor Bolt. I mean, I think he would have been better just going for the cheese, but I guess he wanted to just give his try against Flash for his macro style, and I guess that's the price of admission to play against Flash in the late game is your chance in the MSL. That's like what it costs. It's like, hey, face Flash in the late game, but you're gonna lose.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching so far, and stay tuned for the final match, Flash versus Yarnak, coming up very soon.